Good morning, what a beautiful day. It's sunny, but it's not too hot and it's got a bit of a chill, so it's a perfect day to start transplanting the stuff out the hallway. Tomatoes, everything like that is outgrowing the little starting pots and get them into the ground. So let's see what happens. So we're aiming to put the tomatoes in this channel here for starters.
Okay, so we've planted the tomatoes. We've planted them in a furrow and with some string, because our trellis idea is to wrap the string around the tomato as it grows, and the string will be attached to a pole up top. So it's in a furrow because it means that once they grow a little taller, we can add even more soil. Because last year we did it the opposite way around, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we mounded soil up, and every time we watered the tomatoes, it washed the soil away.
Yeah, washing the soil away from the roots. So now that the tomatoes are in there, we're on to this next patch. So we're going to be bringing out some peppers, and we want to interplant them with the lettuces. So you can see how that side is looking really bushier compared to this side, and that's because we've started to thin them out and bring some of the baby ones inside to eat fresh, and we store them in a jar of water. So we're going to thin this side out a little bit, bring the peppers out, and just do some holes and plant them in interchangeably. So the goal for that is basically the peppers will grow above the lettuce and cause a bit of a partial shade for the lettuce in the peak of summer, and the lettuce will just stay pretty much that height and cause a bit of a
bed of ground covering.
Yeah, a bedding of a ground covering, and hopefully keep the weeds down at the base of the peppers. So that's the plan, and we're going to crack on and see how we get on.
Said if we were going to de-weed it, it needs to be on this side because I've planted another row of lettuce here.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. We've got plenty of lettuce seeds anyway.
So the peppers are in. You can see what we meant now with interplanting them.
That's another one, yeah. And we only have 4 currently because these pepper plants and the tomatoes were gifted to us by Danny and Maria at the Welsh family in Bulgaria. When they saw we were struggling with all our seedlings a couple of months back, they gave us some of their seedlings, and they're the only ones ready to be transplanted right now.
Really strong, really healthy. And ours are on still about this big.
Yeah.
So thanks Danny and Maria. Stay tuned for the weekly updates on the plants. So next on the replanting agenda, this is going to be our leek patch. And we've got loads that are probably about 4 inches to 5 inches tall in the hallway. So they're next to come out. So this needs preparing and hoeing. And then
Serious de-weeding.
yeah, serious de-weeding. And let's see how we get on with that. We've just scattered some more lettuce and radishes and beetroots in this section here.
And we're putting the leeks here because any of the allium groups are really good pest deterrents for the more fragile crops like the lettuce and the tomatoes. So yeah, perfect spot,
yeah.
really.
Let's see how we get on. So that's all the leeks in now, and next on the agenda is to make a new channel for the corn. So that's the corn done. Anish has put 25 with 2 corns in each, and we got the corn off of our neighbour Stefan, so fingers crossed, this should be okay. Garden's looking really nice, to be honest. And we've also been checking around the fruit trees. We've got some things coming up on that. We think this is a plum, but in the 2 years we've been here, it has never fruited, so we're really excited. Cherry trees, they're already getting eaten, but loads going on there. The moringa tree has survived the transplant shock. It's just behind the other badminton net side. There's just some little nibs coming out. This one, I think it might be a plum or a pear, but it's starting to show signs of scab leaf, so we got some fungicide spray for the tree. We even counted all the potatoes, and I know it's a bit weedy, but we've actually counted 33 potatoes coming up. So we're really happy about that, and then spend a few hours one day getting all the weeds up. Lastly, on our less than 1 year old self-seeded Marabella tree, there's already fruits coming off of that. Super, super amazing. It just shows how fertile the ground is over here in Bulgaria. So we think this is also, well, I'm saying everything's a plum or a pear, but it's just because we're not educated enough. So if you can identify it and help us out. This is another one that got heavily pruned on the original working holiday when we got here, and it's never fruited in the 2 years. So everything is really coming alive this year. We also found a very neglected aloe vera plant on the street, and it was just root bound and it had been chucked out. So we've planted the main stalk in this to see how it works, and a few other little baby ones that came off in the shoots just past the washing line down there. So that pretty much sums up today. You can see we're trying to get on top of the garden and then do a bit of building, demolition work back on the garden, and it seemed to be working quite well. So thank you very much for watching, and if you've enjoyed this far and you want to see more, don't forget to hit that bell and subscribe. It really does go a long way, and we will see you in the next video. Ciao for now.